If you thought you had met a spendthrift, think again after meeting Mohammed bin Salman, the 35-year-old crown prince of Saudi Arabia. He is at the center of human rights debates and spends hundreds of millions of his family's wealth on yachts, mansions, and artwork. In this video, we examine how Mohammed bin Salman spends his almost $2 trillion fortune. The Crown Prince, often known as MBS, is regarded as the real power in the country and is the driving force behind Saudi Arabia's efforts to modernize. The 35-year-old is the household of Saud's public face. It is remarkable to consider that its members' combined fortune is believed to be well over $2 trillion, nearly 16 times greater than that of the British royal family. During the rule of King Abdulaziz ibn Saud more than 75 years ago, Saudi Arabia's massive oil reserves were discovered. This discovery is where their wealth comes from. Prince Salman is thought to live a life of almost unfathomable luxury due to his wealth, even though the family prefers to keep their wealth covert. He is well known for his extravagant spending on luxurious properties, and he is even said to be the owner of the most expensive painting in the world. He was also believed to have been involved in a failed big money deal to purchase Manchester United after attempting and failing to purchase Newcastle United. 2015 saw the world in shock when an unidentified buyer splashed out over $300 million on a magnificent chateau in France just west of Paris. Fortune magazine dubbed the chateau Louis XIV the world's most expensive home at the time it sold for that unbelievable sum, and town and country swooned over its gold-leafed fountain, marble statuary, and hedged labyrinth set in a 57-acre landscaped park. However, one fact was missing: who bought this mansion? It was eventually discovered that the paper trail points to Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He is the heir to the Saudi kingdom and the impetus behind several audacious measures that have shaken up the Middle East and transformed Saudi Arabia. An attorney from the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg and a fixer for the extremely wealthy from the Mediterranean country of Malta appear in the story of Chateau Louis XIV, as it is cobbled together through interviews and records. Shell corporations in France and Luxembourg are used to properly conceal the chateau's ownership in Loubessines, France, close to Versailles. Advisors to members of the royal family claim that the chateau ultimately belongs to the Crown Prince. In addition to more typical flourishes for top-of-the-line properties like wine cellars and movie theaters, the rotunda features an exquisite fresco on the ceiling. The property has 10 bedrooms, an indoor and outdoor pool, a library, and an aquarium. It also features a translucent underwater chamber with sturgeon and koi swimming overhead, and a monument of Louis XIV made of Carrara marble guarding the grounds. The aquarium has a translucent underwater chamber that wouldn't seem out of place in a James Bond movie, and serves as both a meditation space and an aquarium. Along with this property, the prince is also thought to be the owner of the 620-acre Le Rouvray estate, which is located several hours from Paris. The Crown Prince has gained notoriety as a divisive political personality in the world, especially after the death of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in the autumn of 2018, which the CIA ultimately determined was an assassination carried out on the prince's orders. Leaving everything aside, Salman has shown to be the pinnacle of lavish spending. According to reports, the monarch gave roughly $500 million to Russian businessman Yuri Shefler in 2015 for a super yacht called Serene. With an overall length of 439 feet and a beam that is 60 feet wide, the Serene is one of the biggest boats in the world. It has a saltwater pool, a huge hot tub, a sauna next to the water, and a fully functional helipad. The sailing community recognized Serene as one of the most inspirational super yachts ever built. At the time of her delivery, Serene was the 9th largest yacht in the world, surpassing the Emir of Qatar's 133-meter-long Al Mirkab and falling short of David Geffen's 138-meter-long Lursen Rising Sun, built for the government-run Italian shipyard Fincantieri. But Serene was the first yacht the business had ever built. having previously mostly built commercial ships. Serene, now the 15th largest yacht, draws attention wherever she goes, not just because of her enormous size, but also because of the outside lines created by Espinoino and the numerous innovations that span her 18.5-meter gorgeousness. Few five-star hotels have the variety of amenities that Serenity, a 6-deck building, offers. Her enormous bathtub, which sits aft of the sun deck, is one of her most recognizable exterior features. A fully stocked wet bar is located ahead of the hot tub beneath the yacht's observation deck, with an additional set of sun loungers. Continuing with his spree, the prince reportedly purchased the most expensive painting ever. Prince Mohammed was the mysterious buyer of Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, which sold at Christie's in 2017 for over $500 million, the highest sum ever paid for a work of art. Although the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia purchased the $450 million Leonardo da Vinci painting, the news was no surprise to many who have followed him closely. Usually, news of a wealthy and influential member of the Saudi Arabian royal family purchasing art would not attract attention, but the timing of this acquisition was noteworthy. It happened just 2 weeks after Crown Prince Mohammed started an anti-corruption campaign that arrested more than 200 Saudi businessmen, ministers, and princes. Most of them are currently being held in a posh hotel in Riyadh. In addition, the prince is creating Neom, a $500 million megacity on a massive 10,200 square mile of land near the Red Sea. The new construction will be 17 times larger than London and powered entirely by renewable energy. It will develop into a transitional city-state with a separate economic region and laxer regulations than the rest of Saudi Arabia. Salman aspires for his city to become the world's entertainment capital and outperform Silicon Valley in terms of technology. Sci-fi-esque designs are built into the plans, including concepts like flying taxis, cloud seeding to make it rain, and a vast artificial moon illuminating Neom at night. Robotic maids will be employed in households, and scientists will operate in the city to create genetic alterations that would improve people. Beaches will have glow-in-the-dark sand, and it's hoped that a Jurassic Park-style mechanical dinosaur amusement park will be open. Nobody does it better than the Crown Prince when it comes to partying. In 2015, he hosted one of the largest parties ever held on Earth by a single person, inviting 150 stunning ladies who had been brought in from Brazil, Russia, and other countries to party with a small group of guys from the Middle East on a private island in the Maldives. The location was a private island in the Maldives that was planned to be among the most opulent and expensive travel destinations in the world. About 45 private residences on the island, many of which were elevated. The accommodation included individual decks and swimming pools with a view of the Indian Ocean. Each had a butler. Even a snow machine was installed so guests could enjoy a simulated snowstorm on the tropical beach. And since Mohammed had rented out the whole place, he and his entourage had the place to themselves. The resort's more than 300 employees received a $5,000 bonus for their already significant cash tips. To maintain confidentiality, these same employees typically make between $1,000 and $1,200 monthly. What would you do if you had the prince's wealth? Tell us in the comment section below. If you liked this video, please subscribe, give a like, and turn on post notifications.